Well, hello, Big Beat FM family. It is a great day at the Big Beat FM. We are here with Danielle Zalesnik. She is the Deputy Executive Director and Chief Development Officer of Save the Music Foundation. And I am accompanied by Steve and Bambi, who are board members and help us control and put forward the Big Beat FM. And so I'm so glad everybody got together. And Danielle, thank you very much for your time today. I think all of our listeners and social media followers know about Save the Music Foundation. But can you tell us, for those who don't, what is the mission of Save the Music Foundation?
Well, first of all, so nice to see all of you today. And I just want to thank everyone for your support of Save the Music. We are extremely grateful to you guys and to your listeners out there for supporting what I think is a wonderful mission. So Save the Music's mission is to make sure that students everywhere have access to making music during the school day, regardless of where they live or financial circumstances. What we believe in our core is that every student should have access to making music as part of their school day. And we want to make sure that we can deliver the instruments, equipment, technology, really anything needed for the music classroom so that they are able to have the joy of music being in the classroom.
Yeah, so you've reminded me of something I wanted to ask you. At the Big Beat FM, we not only are a radio station that gets into rock and roll and the influences of rock and roll, like jazz and blues and those kinds of things, but we are free form and we support you through raising money. And the reason we do that is because music education is so important to all of us, but especially children. We certainly want to support future rock stars and all of that, but music education is important to us as people and children and their development. Can you talk about that a little bit? How important is music education? Whether you become a superstar or not doesn't really matter. How does it affect math and science and those kinds of things?
Well, you just brought up a great point, and that is what we believe at our core is that music is so important part of the school day because it really helps make the full child. We're not looking to create the next rock and roll star, country star, or producer, though that would be fabulous and wonderful and great. But we really want to make sure that they have music because it really helps develop a full rounded human being. And so the fact that there are so many schools in this country, approximately about 8,000 and about 3.5 to 4 million students that don't have access to music education, and music in the classroom, grades go up, attendance is better, less disciplinary acts. And actually for a lot of the communities we serve, English is not the first language. And so for parents who have and are afraid to walk through the classroom door because they're afraid of communication issues, by their child being part of a music class, they can just go into the school for their first entryway into that school and just sit back and hear their child experience music and learning how to play an instrument. And for us, that is the importance of having music education in the school. And we have sequential offerings from pre-K to high school. So we do have programs for early elementary kid students where they're learning, foundational music skills. They're playing on the ukulele and the recorder and boom whackers and percussion. It's actually my favorite class to visit because you get to sit on the floor with these little kids and make music and just see the joy and smiles on their faces. And then we have middle school grants where students are learning band, strings, mariachi, and also music production. And then for our high school students, we really focus on music technology. So students are learning producing, audio engineering, electronic music making, DJing, podcasting, and so much more. we hope that they're actually learning some skills that maybe one day could provide sustainable employment. And it's really our job, and we work with our teachers so that they can understand that there are so many careers outside of the main stage, and so that they could pursue a music career pathway in the future.
That is awesome. I hope you have a saxoboom in there somewhere because that's my personal favorite instrument, the saxoboom. Um, we are all volunteers at the Big Beat FM, and we love to keep the music on the air. It takes a little bit of money to do that, but the rest of anything our members have generously given us, we want to provide the childhood music education. So with that, I'll turn it over to my partner Bambi, and she has a presentation for you, Danielle, and Save the Music Foundation.
I do. I get the fun part. So this is where we get to say, on behalf of the Big Beat FM team, and certainly our members, because without our members, this $500 donation would not be possible, because they're the ones that pay for memberships, and they know, because we are the mouthpiece for the Save the Music Foundation. We tell them that, this is why we're doing it. We're passionate about not only keeping the radio station going, because that's important too, but definitely to be able to help and support Save the Music Foundation. So thank you on behalf of, seriously, this would not happen without the members, and we're very glad. And our whole team is definitely passionate about your foundation. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much. We are so appreciative of the Big Beat FM and all your member support, because as you know, every dollar counts to support. And for $500, we can actually make sure that middle school students participate in a band program or a middle school program for the year, and that they're playing with instruments and they're bringing joy to everyday life. So thank you so much. I mean, we have very specific requirements for our schools that we work with. So the school is going to be teaching a music class during the school day in a dedicated classroom with a certified teacher teaching that music class, at least one class during the school day every week. So to have 4 students be able to participate in that program, we are so appreciative. So thank you so much. And please, all the members out there, thank you. We're really appreciative.
Well,
Awesome.
that's great. That Save the Music Foundation is a place that makes the dollar go a very, very long way, and that's one of the reasons why we are so thankful for the relationship that we have with you and your team. So, thank you for participating today. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our members to tell us about what's going on at Save the Music Foundation that you can think of today, Danielle? I think we'll be back together a couple times a year going forward, and so they're going to get used to seeing you, and so I'm very hopeful that's the way it goes.
I want to hear you play that instrument.
I love it. I think the only thing is, if people want to learn more, check us out at savethemusic.org. You can shoot us a note on the website, and we'd be happy to talk to you and get into greater detail about the work we do. But we are a national organization, and our goal is really to make sure that every student has access to making music. So I can't thank you guys enough for this generous donation, and I really look forward to having a continuous conversation. But it is the beginning of the school year, so we have delivered over 150 grants this year to students across this country, and they're making music as we speak. So thank you.
That is awesome. And you can also go to the bigbeat.fm and scroll down on our main page, and you will find a link to Save the Music there under a nice big icon that says Save the Music. So that is great. Danielle, thank you for your time today very much. Bambi, Steve, thank you for being here for the presentation. Sure do appreciate all of you, and thank you to all of the members for making this possible. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.